Hi folks, I am currently in Scotland and it's getting near the end of May now and I've been here since mid-March. Had to run up here pretty sharpish for a family emergency which happened before the main sort of COVID lockdown thing that happened, and been up here apart from a couple of days ever since. I had to run home for a couple of days to do a few things and sort some stuff out with work. My family member is okay. It was non-COVID related. I may go into that in more detail another time if they feel that that's the right thing to do on another video. However, everyone is well, it's all good. And the one good thing about all this is the environment I've found myself in. I've been staying in Mulgaive. My apologies to anyone Scottish if I get pronunciations wrong here, but I'm going to try my best. So anyway, staying in Mulgaive, and this woods is a minute's walk away from where I'm staying, and it's changed massively in the past few months. Everything has started growing. All the buds have opened up into leaves. It's looking stunning. It was stunning beforehand, but it's even better now. The wildlife here is absolutely phenomenal. I've seen all sorts. There's tons of roe deer around, and I'm going to try and get those on my trail cam, which I managed to bring back up with me when I popped home. And I've seen owls and heron, dippers, loads of other things. In fact, just over that way I saw an owl, and I think I managed to get some footage of it. I'm not sure yet. So I'm in Mugdock Woods, Mugdock, however you say it, and there is a ruined castle over there, that way up the hill. And quite early on, I got up very early in the morning and went out there and did a time lapse of the sunrise, which was stunning. And fortunately, the battery ran out just before I got to the end, which is annoying, but it was stunning nonetheless, and I got lots of photographs at that time as well. And there was a flock of geese flying over at one point, and yeah, it was stunning. The castle itself is quite interesting. It's been there for a long time. I will get some facts and figures and put them up. there's another castle which is a bit further on, called End Castle, and that is that is a proper ruin. It's actually got a fencing around it to stop you getting near it because it's unsafe, but again, it's still quite stunning. And the views from the top of the hill over Glasgow are amazing as well. I have been blessed with having this to do my exercise in during the lockdown period. It meant it's rather busy at times because everyone else has been coming out here for their exercise, and but I managed to find little places like this which are out the way. And my first ever wild camp was in these woods quite a few years back. I came out with my hammock, and it was the first time I'd ever camped out on my own, and thoroughly enjoyed it. It was very hot weather, sunny week, and it rained the one day I went camping, but I don't care, it was still good fun. The one downfall about this place is rubbish and litter that I've found and seen, and lots of fires which have been left unattended. I've actually come across many fire remains. No one's probably covering them up, and there's been even some left burning, and a whole tree did catch fire at one point, and the fire brigade came out in the time that I've been here. I have put out 2 fires that I've come across myself, so which is a shame. I have bought myself a litter picker and been doing a bit of litter picking on my walks occasionally, but it's downheartening, to say the least, especially in such a beautiful area. So, and I'm sure, you know, it's just a very small minority in this area. The rest of people love it and respect it, but it is disappointing. I'm just off the path for the West Highland Way, which actually starts in Mulgaeve, and it's 90 odd miles, I believe, and I believe it ends in Fort William. I might be wrong, I need to do more research on that. I do intend on doing it one day because it looks like it's going to take in some stunning scenery. I think Loch Lomond along the way and other places, so it's something I definitely want to do. But yeah, I've walked little bits of it just within this wood many times, and I've got to do the rest at some stage. So that's one of my things to do on my tick list, along with the coast to coast, which I wanted to do this year, but doesn't look like it's going to happen with the lockdown. When I came up here, I did grab my bag with all my basic camping gear in it, and did have my hammock and things, and I was planning a night out when I got the chance. So my family member was in hospital, and there wasn't much I could do, and just wanted to have a bit of time out and everything, and something told me not to, and that was the night they announced the lockdown. And I'm glad I didn't, because I would have hated to have walked in the morning to have found that out. So I'm glad I didn't, but I'm itching to get out again. But no one can at the moment, and that's just life, and we have to put up with it. But these places aren't going anywhere. They're always here for us when we need them, and when we're allowed. I'm sure the countryside's going to be overrun when we're finally let out, so got to keep these little spots to ourselves. So some of the things I've been up to whilst I've been here, in amongst, you know, hospital visits and looking after family members and my partner, is I've been doing a bit of carving. I've collected some wood that was windfall, so I haven't cut anything down, and just been doing some whittling. I've done a couple of spoons, some mushrooms and things like that, and some of that's up on my Instagram. I did want to attempt to have a go at the doing the bow drill, but I sort of collected some of the resources but haven't got round to it because I had limited sort of free time, and it's all been weather dependent as well. It's not been the weather has been good, but there's been times when it's been lashing it down, and that's not really a time to start practicing that. I have never really properly attempted it, so starting in the rain is not a good starting point. But I will do that at some stage. I'll probably take the stuff back with me that I've collected to do it with, so I will get a chance to try in with the actual things I've collected for it and processed. So with any luck, I'll get an ember out of that at home. and some people may say it's cheating, but it's still stuff I've processed from this woodland. In terms of the environment around me, there has been some great finds in terms of foraging. I found a whole patch of wild garlic, which I've harvested, and I made wild garlic and nettle soup. So as you can imagine, there's plenty of nettles around here, and I made some wild garlic pesto, which is all gone now, but I've used that in many different meals, which has gone down well with everyone that tried it. The soup was delicious. I would definitely do that again, and it's so simple. And I've also found pig nuts, jack by the hedge, and cleavers. I'm sure there's many more. I'm not a foraging expert. I know very little, but I've got a few books with me to help with that, and I've looked at them when I can and come out when I've had the opportunity. With my family member back at where I've been staying, it's been a little bit harder to get out. I haven't gone out as much as I did beforehand when they were at hospital. And also I'm only meant to be out for an hour at a time, which makes it a bit tricky. I may have gone over that occasionally, but I've been safe. That's the main thing. I haven't put myself at risk. I haven't been doing anything with sharp tools or implements or climbing anything I shouldn't when I've been out here. So, you know, I'm not going to put myself in a tricky situation which would require emergency help or anything. So, yeah. But in terms of foraging, there's loads more to learn, and I'm sure there is. At the moment, the bluebells have burst. Everything's a bit late here in comparison to down south in Cambridgeshire, where I'm from. Well, it's not late, but later because of the seasons. But it's been nice because I've got to witness spring properly, which I haven't seen for a good few years. I've been busy, or it's just happened too quick for me to sort of really appreciate. But it has been lovely. Up near Mugdock Castle, there is some old gun placements which were built in the Second World War to defend the shipyards. The placements are still there, the buildings are still there. Here's the remains of the gun placement from the Second World War. I think these were probably the barracks side of things. There's some buildings left standing. The gun placements are up there. I'll go up there in a minute. I think this was actually had a shooting range here as well, so like a training ground for troops, and it's just been left to disrepair now, but there's still a lot of interesting things here to look at. I think it's a bit of a hangout and drinkers place now as well. So the gun placements are up there, fenced off to keep the sheep out, but they still manage to get in sometimes. In fact, I don't know if you can see that. There's a sheep with its lambs over there. I haven't got a good enough zoom on this to get it. Might be able to get them later. Yeah. Probably not the safest of places to be. Obviously the sheep hang out in here to shelter from the rain, which there has been a lot of just lately. Right, let's go into the main area. Still the mountings from the anti-aircraft guns. I believe these would have been ammo stores and places for the operators to shelter. Should imagine it'll be particularly grim up here at winter time. More of the same. So the gun site was built to defend the Glasgow shipbuilding yards from bombers during the war, and as you can probably see over there, there's the gun site, and over there in the distance is the city of Glasgow. But it's pretty stunning views all round. I don't know what building I'm standing on at the moment, but just imagine it's all part of it. Possibly a lookout. Yeah. It's my last evening up here. I'm going home tomorrow, and it's been raining for the last 2 days and brightened up for my last evening, so I'm very happy to get out again. Anyway, I've been rabbiting on enough for now. Hopefully there'll be a bit of extra footage I can splice in with this to pad it out, like I said before. And yeah, anyway, that's what I've been up to for the past few months. I was challenged to the 3-ingredient meal or cook challenge by Jason at Wild Restaurant, and I have had a bash at it, and it came out fairly well, but that'll be a video for another time. Anyway, thanks for watching. Stay safe.